Hey guys, Island Heat here. Sorry for the last few days. Haven't been able to post a video. Had a bit of a COVID scare over here. Luckily, me and my wife are in good health, and everything is good. So what I'm going to do today is just post some gameplay from Might and Magic: Era of Chaos, and just go through some of the new content I've unlocked, some of the new monsters I've pulled, and just kind of showcase different aspects of the game that you may or may not need help with. So let's go ahead and we'll head back into town here. Of all the games I play, I love the layout here, but there is a lot to do. So let's go ahead and we'll start at the gate here. At the gate, I've become very good. I think I was ranked number 3 in my server. Right now, I'm 28. What you want for? Oh, sorry, that's Crypt. I want to go to the Dwarven Treasury. There you go. I'm number 7 right now, and what you want here are the melee units. You're looking for melee units or chargers. You can use some defensive units. One of the strongest units I have are my paladins, and so you're going to see that this is my lineup right here. I try to fill it with nothing but the hardest hitters. I have a Naga right here who does a AoE for all of the units that get around her. And I have these charging knights down here and a shark tamer up there at the top. The Paladins, I'd still really powerful unit, and I don't think I really have anything else better to put in. Maybe I always think about putting the Gargoyles in, but okay, fair enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this off. Last time I did it with Luna because spells are gonna do double damage here, and so that's kind of one of her specialties. Adelaide is a good choice as well. I've also been able to do it with Xeron, who is my main caster at this point, my main hero, just because he summons up a second devil and double the work. So let's go ahead and I'm going to run one as Xeron and I'll run one as Luna and we'll see the results that we get. All right, so let me hit battle here. All right, and the whole point to the Dwarven Treasury is you're going to kill as many dwarves as possible. So poor dwarves. But they're going to come out to defend their treasure. Don't be so greedy, I guess, is the point of this story. I run it at the slowest speed just because it gives me access to all of my spells. And when I use Xeron, because I'm going to summon a devil, I'm going to wait for that gauge to fill up. Summon up the Echo of the Abyss. We get a second devil doing work here on the screen. And we're through the first wave. I don't know necessarily if this is the best strategy, but what this is allowing me to do here is it allows me to get straight to the back of the map here, where I can just start wrecking them before they even get on the screen. And so I'm adding these buffs to the Nagas because once they get buffed, they automatically activate their Blade Dance, and that's their AoE attack. And with their AoE attack, it allows them to hit all of these units that you see on the screen all at one time. So it allows us to burn through them really, really quickly. And yeah, what you're seeing on here is just chaos. And so I can go ahead and speed it up just a tiny bit more. All right, you just want to make sure you're getting your buffs on time, you're activating your spells. And so if you're good with the fast pace, then obviously this is solid. Being my age, yeah, no, I feel like maybe I don't keep up with all the spells nearly as well, so I go with the slowest speed possible. All right, let's get those. So I'm at 14. All right, so I was able to kill 1,461 dwarves using Xeron. All right, let me go ahead and we are going to do this with Luna. Nope, that's Catherine. All right, yeah, cool. I got Luna. All right, her specialty, which is the Infernal Wall, that one, and the Land on Fire. Both of those are AOE's, but I like the Inferno Wall because that just stays in play. And so if you can get the troops backed up fast enough, then once you cast it, it's just this wall of flame that stays up and burns everybody. So we had 1461 with Xeron, and so let's go ahead and see what we're gonna get here with Luna. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the slower speed because this is my speed. All right, and here's that wall. You can see here, just damage over time in conjunction with some other spells. allows me to break through, I think, a little bit quicker. All right, my Nagas, I don't know what they did there, but that was interesting. All right, my Knight's already out to the other side of the screen, so that's positive. Get my fire going up there again. So you want to place that firewall somewhere where it's gonna be allowed to linger and do the maximum amount of damage. Kind of like what the Knights are doing there. So we got the wall going. Get this AoE lightning in there. So now we're really doing work. The Bloodlust, is that Bloodlust? Yeah. It helps the DPS do a lot more damage, and I think there's a lot of positive in that. But the spells wind up doing a lot of damage, so it's kind of just getting the timing of the spells, and to see if you can get that Bloodlust without creating too much of a cool time in between your AOE spells. Oh no! Okay, so that was a waste. That one sucked. Sometimes this game gets caught up and I don't particularly love it. Alright, we're at 1377. I think we should. There you are. We're 1461. So we're past the 1400 mark. We're at 15. Let's see if we can do 1600. Let's go. Come on. Push it. Push it. 1719. Alright, so that gives us a total of 3100. And that puts me back at my number 3. And I think 3100 is the max you can kill in one day. Nope, they moved it up. 32, 36. Okay, yeah, so I gotta get my account powered up. But I got 3100 in. Bam. Got a lot of material chests, which I always appreciate. And yeah, on the leaderboard here, back up to my number 3 ranking. So I probably power up a couple of different units, work on maybe getting more emblems, create a little bit more hitting power. My emblems are not on point. I have not been casting. I just haven't wanted to invest in that particular portion of the game yet. All right, when we get here to the Crypt, this is going to be the opposite. You're going to be using your casters and your ranged units. And so when you go here, what I have been doing is because just in general with my game, all of my emblems are on my melee units, and so obviously I would switch those out and put those on my ranged units. And yeah, that takes a little bit of time, and I don't necessarily know that you guys want to watch through that. But just know that the Crypt works almost the exact same way as the Dwarven Treasury does, except instead of melee units, you're using your ranged units. So depending on how you've been pulling and what units you've been acquiring, a lot of mine are melee. That's where I tend to be the strongest. If you're the opposite, then the Crypt is going to do really well for you. You'll see there at the top, the melee is disabled because the skeletons that come up on the screen will literally one-shot you. And then your spells deal no damage. So you want to go with casters that do a lot of enhances and buffs. So Catherine is a really good choice here, but Gelu is, I think, the main person that they're touting, because he turns all of your marksmen into he upgrades both of them, your marksmen and your wood elves, into more powerful awakened units, and so they do a lot more damage, especially when you use frenzy, his ultimate move. So yeah, I'll run the Crypt at a different time when I switch the emblems out for you, and then here under Dragon Utopia. This is you killing a dragon. They're recommending large units and buff spells. So I should be in my elite status here because I finally hit level 50. And you can see I have a lot of large units here. And is there anybody I would switch out? No, I think I'm solid. This is what I'm going to go with. Let me hit battle here. And then the goal is to burn down this fairy dragon. You have to break through the walls at the front of it. I went with Luna because of the direct damage spells. Even though, like we're saying, we'll do one with Zeron. See, there's that firewall doing work. Let me go ahead and cast the Bloodlust here. And the goal is to see how fast you can bring down the Fairy Dragon. And right now I have a 23-second time on Elite, and that's good enough for 20 seconds. You can see here we got some heavy hitters here, and I'm not even in the top 20 because under Elite 23 seconds I gotta make it faster. So go back to battle, go back to Elite. Anytime you see sweep, it allows you to just breeze through the content if you don't actually want to watch the gameplay. Um, which way do we want to go? Let's go with Catherine. Let's see if we can just buff and enhance our killing power. Let's see how fast we can get this done. I'm probably going to remove my defense. I don't think there's any need for it. I don't think the Fairy Dragon does enough damage. But hey, let's go ahead and let's see what the time we can put up here. Alright. Get that going there. Alright, what are we at? 23 seconds again? Ah, it's another 23 seconds. I was a second off. So I'm going to remain at number 22. But yeah, the idea there with the fairy dragons is you just burn them down. Each one of these will give you a different resource. Doing Dwarven Treasury gets you a lot of gold. Doing the Crypt gets you a lot of the experience points you're going to need to level up your monsters. And Dragon Utopia gets you a lot of these stones, which is what you use to level up your unit's skills. And this is where you use the stones. Alright. So I like to do those three. Those are a ton of fun. If you guys have heard me before, I love doing guild content here. The archery expert has been a lot of fun. And so one thing if I have access to it, do I get my arrows? No, I played this last night. Sorry guys, I'll get it next time. Let me make sure I give arrows to my guild here. Alright, Samus gave me an arrow. Well, it's Jon Snow. You can also just hit give arrows randomly, and that will distribute the arrows to whoever. I like to give it to the people that give me arrows, because turnabout's fair play, right? So, just need to find, bam. Alright, cool. And I got two other arrows to give back. Alright, but here under the actual guild map itself, I really enjoy guild content, prancing around a map here. I treat this a little bit like Call of Duty, where if you come into my sites, I'm gonna go ahead and get you. But I really enjoy this map because you can walk around, you pick up items. The new events have you utilizing guild or this particular map for rewards. So the only reason I'm doing this is because they're actually rewarding us for hitting other players right now, opposing players, and so that's just kind of what I'm doing here. And anytime you see a map like this, if you guys needed to get into tactics, in general, it's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors system where when you see the tanks up top, these attackers are really good at breaking through tanks. The chargers are really good at hitting pretty much casters and ranged units. But I like to throw mine against other charging units or other straight up attacking units. And then I like to put my jump shields in front of the chargers. This usually gives me the best sort of configuration to breeze through. And there we are. And I do these on full speed because full speed and on auto because I don't really care what happens. Damn. All right, so broke right through their lines and victory. All right, and depending on how much damage you receive while you're doing the guild map here, you'll lose your hit points. All right, and is somebody coming after me? That would be great. All right, and I'm just going around and collecting stuff. Oh nope, he teleported home. Man, like I said, it's like that Call of Duty feeling where I'm like, I wanted somebody to hang out with. What do we got up here? All right. So there's not a ton of treasure over there. Got my homeboys. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and anytime you hit town, that's an immediate teleport back to your town. So that takes me back to our main staging area. And from here, you can see rolling deep. These realm monoliths pop up randomly, and when you get these realm monoliths, they're designed to um, they're just kind of like guild content where you want to sit down and just do it together as a guild. And so these particular wizards are asking for tribute. So if you give them insert item, you will get spell scrolls in return, but it also allows you to obviously check this off as two of these done. We need three other guild members to finish that up, and then you'll get a small little treasure box at the end. And so you just want to make sure that you go through when you're with your guild and just go in and hit everybody that you're supposed to. So let me see. Let's go ahead and let's do this right here. Alright, same premise applies. I'm going to put my charger at the top. You don't really want them running into the shields. They'll break through there. I don't mind doing shield on shield. My turtle will tank all the damage. Alright, cool. And so hopefully, ooh, a behemoth. Those guys are bad. Those behemoths, they're a good tanking unit. Ooh, that's alright. It's demon summoning time. Alright, looks like I was able to break through his formation. Anytime you can get your charger into the back line, it's usually bad news for the opposing squad. Alright, and so here under the Spatio Temple Tunnel, my guild just unlocked this bad boy right here. Oh, and see, there you go. So you can just randomly unlock a realm gate. And so from here, mine will have me exchanging stuff. And so I'm looking to exchange something like gold. For me, I like keeping my books. And so let me jump here into the Lava Inferno. And so when you get into this portion of the content, all right, when I try to fight this Jajini, the Sultan here has me. Oops, sorry about that. Has me deploying 5 dungeon units. I can tell you right now, I don't have 5 dungeon units, and so that's kind of where what you pull matters. And so from here, you can see that if I were to try to do a more difficult version of it, they want 5 tower units and a Titan, and so I don't have that at all. So 5 dungeon units I don't have, so I'm just gonna put in the best army that I have. And who gets removed? All of my necro units because I don't have it. Boom. Boom. Got that. Alright, and then do the paladins instead. And so the whole point in completing the mission here is that 50% damage, that's a pretty decent bonus if you have the units for it. And so it takes whatever damage you wind up doing, and it will amplify it times that 50%, which matters because you're basically trying to burn down this world boss here. And so right now I'm doing what 300,000 damage. It's not a ton. Let's go, Phoenix! Alright, so I did 374. If I did have the proper units, they would have amplified that for me. So this one, I think I have the fortress units. So when I go on the offensive, I don't have. So now I'm going to go ahead and look for my fortress units. That's Cove. I know that much. All right. Tower. All right. Learning where everybody is from is the hard part. I literally have to click into every unit because I can't remember stronghold or the orcs. What is the fortress? Fortress consists of. Because I don't have any fortress units. I was wrong. Dungeon. All right, I don't have fortress units. Sorry, guys. So we're just gonna go back to the drawing board and we're gonna do another fight here. One glitch I think I've seen, and I hate to be the person that exposes it, is I think my dragon turtle can't die in this content, but let's find out. Get those guys going. Go to the abyss. Get a indestructible demon attacking. Alright, everybody. Cast a fireball. Okay, if my calculations are correct, my dragon turtle should sit here and never die. Because for whatever reason, it just doesn't die, which works out to do more damage, given Xeron and just being able to summon a demon. All right, so it's activated. It's revive there. 400,000. Oh, maybe it's just tanky as hell is what it is. Alright. Alright, did a little bit more damage there. And tower units. I don't have the druid though. But I should have the tower units. Alright. So, tower. Cool. Alright. One tower in. Necro. Inferno. That's stronghold. Conflux. Tower unit. Alright. So, sorry, paladins. You gots to go. Inferno. Stronghold. Inferno. Tower. Alright. Sorry guys, I'll try to memorize this. It's sometimes difficult. There's a lot of units here and I play way too many games for me to really hone in on any specific one game and memorizing everything from that game. Even though Summoner's War, I pretty much know that it's with Summoner's War. Who am I getting rid of? Bone Dragon, I guess. And I think my Angel's gotta go. Alright, I gotta find one more tower unit. That's Conflux, right? Alright. There we go. I've gutted my team. I don't think I'm gonna do much damage here, but we'll find out. Alright. So I've officially achieved the mission, and I've activated the 50% damage bonus. So in order for me to do more than 400, I need to do what, 300,000? So less damage to do more. Yeah, it was a terrible move. Oh, see, I make these mistakes so you don't have to. Hey, no, no, hey, go to your bed, guys. Sorry, guys, my puppy's wandering around again. All right. We're at 154. I I mean, if we get to 200,000, that'll give us 300,000 damage. So it's not the worst thing. It's about what we did the first time. Okay. And so you're gonna see the bump up here because we finished the mission, and we did 312. So it's not as bad, especially considering there were level 1 units in there. That was pretty decent. All right, so you get three of those a day, and now that I've done those, I can go back to wandering around this map. If you have the monolith entrance open, that's one of my favorite things to use, just because it's free movement. Let me go ahead and activate my free movement for today. This warps me to the upper right corner of the map, and this is where I have access to the monolith. And the monolith is what moves you from guild to guild. And so when you go from guild to guild, this is where you get to go in and find opposing players to combat. All right. Next up, when it comes to the actual world map itself, I go into the underground, and from here, I make sure to farm these books, and so I use a lot of my energy to get the books because you need them for upgrading, and so I'll use my. This is what I was using my diamonds for. Rather than summoning, I use my diamonds to pick up all of these resources. That way, it's not difficult to get my troops leveled up. I want to make sure I have the resources if I do pull a really good unit, to not have to sit here and be like, oh, I have to wait until tomorrow to get all the necessary resources. And so, yeah, this is what I do right here. This is where all my diamonds go. And I make sure to sweep. And if there's a monster in here that you want to farm in particular, then you get books with that monster as well. So if you are working on the Wood Elves, you'll get the book of essences to go along with the actual unit itself. And so don't just target the little nodes, the icons that are just books. Go ahead and target the ones that also have like the unit that you want. So for instance, I'm working on skeletons. Hit sweep all here, I get books of essences and some skeleton tokens. And from here, one thing I wanted to note based off of today, it is, where is it? Under events, right? Nope, is it under limited time? It is Gem Fest. And so all the gems and crystals are ×2. And so on these particular days, I like to go back into every single instance I've been playing in the game. Go all the way back here if I need to. And I just want to make sure that all of the gems that I should be farming, I would farm these for today. So once I'm done farming all of the books of essences that I need, I'll hit sweep on a few of these because I'm getting double the the payout for using my energy. And so this is just a good way to make sure that you have all of the resources you need for the gems. You don't have to do it over 2 days. You can get it all done over one day. So yesterday was mercury and sulfur. Today was gems, and tomorrow will probably be wood and stone. And so I'll go pretty hard on both of those days. But yeah, I just want to make sure I have everything I need. I'm not shy about using energy for this, because right now with where I am at the stage of the game, I'm not the kind of person who's going to sit here and be able to summon all day long to get all the units that I want. So it's about powering what I do have, and so this is for me, this is the best use of these diamonds that I'm acquiring. All right, next up, Duel of Champions Arena. This is all PvP stuff. I'm 15th right now. If you hit sweep, this allows you to basically acknowledge that you've won that map, being a higher ranking. You've beaten this person before, and you can just hit sweep and then acquire the cards that you want from arena. And so, if you want to sit down and fight to increase your rank, don't hit sweep. Obviously, fight. But right now there is a huge disparity between me and Graffer here at number 10. And even though I was able to get to number 10 briefly, I don't have the video for it to prove it, unfortunately. But I got up there. Actually, you know what? I can prove I was at number 10. Because when you go here under rewards, you can only purchase certain rewards if you get to that ranking. And look who purchased number 10. Proof, right? Pixar didn't happen. So there you go. I got up to number 10. Um, ever so briefly, because obviously there are some powerful guys in the server. Um, and now that I'm kind of looking at cross server stuff, I am not I am not a big deal in any way, shape, or form. I was never going to be, but there was that sense of, oh, I'm number 10, get it. And then you go cross server and you look at a guy who's got like 2 bajillion power, and you're like, oh, okay, level 150. Yep, yep. I'm gonna go ahead and shut up. And then just make sure you use your free summons. I've been using the angel one. Nope, I've already used my angel one. So you get a free angel one, and then you get the free standard one at this current event that we have. And let me see if I get anybody good. Nope, storm elementals, or not storm. Those are sea elementals, I think. Um, you know what? For you guys, I'll go ahead and I'll purchase a summon, just because you guys are watching a video, and I appreciate it. And let's see what happens. What I get? More monks, 10 tokens. Those orange lightnings are the best. If you can get one, you get a lot of tokens when it flashes. And so this is pretty decent. Ugh, I just wish they were like better. Oh, okay, I got one more. This game really wants me to build gremlins. I pull a lot of gremlins here, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. All right, and then anything else? Worship. They just had the championship here at the Battle of the Gods, and Hazen here was the winner. Shout out to Soshan. Um, that's one of our guild leads over here in Dioxys. And anything else worth showing you guys here? Campaign mode. Here you go. Campaign mode. Because of where I am in the game, it allows me to sweep through like the first 8 battles, so I don't have to play through it. But campaign mode is enjoyable because as you go through, you get buffs that stay. And so from here, you get treasure map pieces. You want to try to get enough pieces to unlock more artifacts. And the whole point to this is this is what's powering up your artifacts. Here you go. I'm going to choose evasion. Evasion is just awesome. Anytime your units can avoid random hits, it's great. And so I try to give dodge to all of my tanks with emblems or whatever it is. Get some free openings here. Normally I'd hit the enable 5 times and get a bunch more of these heaven cast stones, but since I summoned, I'm not going to do it today. Alright, and you're going to notice here as I'm going through, I'm just getting more and more artifacts. If you need help with beating some stages, obviously feel free to message me, and I'll help you with anything that I have, any knowledge that I've accrued. Especially if we're looking at the Assassin's Creed portion of the game. I've managed to beat all of the stages 3 stars, and so if you need help going through those, I'm definitely down to help you. The hardest stages on there were when they made me use the actual Assassin's Creed characters, because my gameplay is really centered around Zeron and summoning devils at this particular junction. Without that ability, I really struggled on the stages that made me utilize the actual Assassin's Creed characters. Alright, anything else? Endless Inferno. Endless Inferno is fun too. I like the whole showing you the sweeps. I got up to about floor 51, and then it got really, really hard. And same premise here. As you progress through the floors, you will get different buffs. And I'm hoping maybe with a couple of really good buffs here, I'll be able to go further down into the tower. So for instance, what do I got here? Unit crit done. Unit crit is super powerful. Being able to do extra damage, you want crit on your damage dealers, and so that applies crit to my entire army. And I think between that and some attack power, it'll give me the boost that I need to break through some of these levels. When I got up to level 50 last time, I think a lot of it was like hero intelligence, hero knowledge, and yeah, it from my experience with Endless Inferno, it doesn't do anything. And in Endless Inferno, you get emblems, and emblems are what I'm sort of working on now to help power up my troops. So you'll notice with the quick combats, I'm not really focused right now on my lineups because I am powerful enough to just kind of breeze through a lot of these floors. At around 40, 45 is when I really do have to focus on my lineups. And that's just because of where I am right now. I know there's some players that are just like, ah, what? I don't have to focus till 100. Ooh, attack speed or crit. We're gonna go with more crit. We're just gonna load up on crit right now, guys. All right, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see me just quick combat all of that. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else to guide you guys through. Blackguard missions. Just make sure everything's at 100%. The game literally tells you it won't give you credit unless it's at 100%. And then under Trials of Angels, focusing on building two different units is important. Right now, I have all of the emblems and everything to power up a really good first group. And so, what I'm working on right now is getting a really powerful second group going so I can get further into my Trials of Angels. Um, Anything else for you guys today? I think that is it. Let me go ahead and claim that. Got more stuff to claim here. More skeleton pieces. All right, guys. Well, yeah. I don't think I have anything else to summon. Don't think there's any other content we need to go through currently. So I'm gonna go ahead and be better about posting more videos moving forward. Get more daily gameplay going. I am going to be starting my Twitch channel soon, where I'll be playing some Call of Duty, maybe even some Fortnite. I'm so bad at Fortnite now, but hey, you don't know until you try, right? And so I'll get that content up and running. I'm converting one of the rooms here in my house into my gaming room. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a much better setup for all of that content. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, once again, stay safe out there. COVID has been pretty gnarly. And yeah, just we'll make it through it, right? This can't go on forever, is what everyone keeps saying. So yeah, Island Heat out. Stay safe, guys. Hope the new year has been treating you well. And yeah, stay tuned for my next vid. See you guys.